All right, look who's joined us at the debate desk. It's our old friend Chris Broussard, in from NBA Countdown. He decided to come back and see your roots. This is where it all began for you. You having fun yet?
I want to know why you're slumming today. We're way beneath your...
No way. Not slumming
You're big
at all. Not slumming at all.
All right, Chris, we had the debate in the first hour of the program. We really want another perspective on this, so we're glad you're here. No, we do. Dwayne Wade with his 19 points, 7 of 19 shooting the basketball, seemed to be taking the brunt of the criticism here yesterday for the Heat's loss in Game 1. How much of the blame does he deserve for what happened?
Well, you know, we talk about this like everything's black and white. Like if they lose, it's LeBron's fault or it's Dwayne's fault. There's a mixture. Eric Spoelstra deserves some blame.
No question.
You know, one, he basically played 6 players. You know, Joel Anthony and whoever this 8th man was combined for 12 minutes. Yeah, Norris Cole didn't play. Mike Miller got 10 minutes. So he basically went with 6 players. I talked to some Heat players yesterday. They want more ball movement, more player movement in the offense, not just the ISOs. And like Tony Allen said earlier, a lot of people, including some Heat players, were saying, we got to get LeBron on Kevin Durant. Why? So he started. Why'd you start him on Kendrick Perkins? So I think Eric Spoelstra deserves some blame. Starting LeBron on Durant, putting him on Durant. Yeah, at times he has to guard Durant.
Were you surprised he didn't guard him at all the other night?
I was surprised they didn't start on each other. You know, and this
I was more surprised that he wasn't on Durant in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was on him at times, but yeah, they had him on Westbrook.
Yeah.
I think they felt Westbrook was killing him, so they put him on Westbrook. But, you know, we were talking with Magic Johnson. Back in the day, the great players guarded each other, especially if they were the same position.
Yes.
It's one thing if they're not the same position. Yeah, it was just a given. No, we're not changing. So but to get to the question, Dwayne Wade, he has to give LeBron some support. It's a big 3, and certainly a big 2. And LeBron has delivered, like Stephen A. said, 30 points, 9 assists. He didn't fade in the fourth. He wasn't tremendous in the fourth, but 7 points. You know, he went to the hole. What I liked about LeBron in the fourth is that he didn't look passive. He stayed aggressive. He didn't settle for the jump shot. He went to the basket in the fourth quarter. Yeah, and throughout the game, though, he drove more in the fourth. But he went to the basket a lot in that game. So as long as he doesn't get passive and try to blend in and be a role player and continues to play as he has throughout the first 3.5 quarters of the game, I'm fine with it. You're going to miss shots in the fourth. You're not going to deliver every time, but as long as he stays aggressive, that's what you want. So Wade has to deliver. As far as players, yes, the brunt of the blame should go on Dwayne because he has to be – they can only win one of 2 ways. Either LeBron has to be otherworldly and average close to 40, or LeBron and Wade have to both be around 30 points a game.
And Skip can't say that this team is going to go where Dwayne Wade takes them, and then when they don't get there, it's LeBron's fault. It can't happen.
You can't give LeBron no blame at all. You won't blame him a bit.
No, I said the pressure hasn't risen. I'm looking at 30 and 9. I said that he should have been on Durant more in the fourth quarter, but I'm not going to ignore 30 and 9 when everybody else was a bit timid. I'm just not doing.
You believe he did what he needed to do?
I think he did his part. He should be able. He should do more because he can do more. But he did his job.
All right.
He did his job.
Final box score numbers for LeBron, again, a little overrated because I picked the Heat, so I was frustrated with LeBron in the first half.
So you admitted to being emotional?
No, I'm rooting for LeBron because he settled for too many jump shots. He had Kevin Durant on him. He can take him to the hole. Durant is not physical enough to keep LeBron out of the paint.
But it's not just Durant. I mean, when you get to the hole, you saw in the fourth quarter when he got by Cephalosha and Nick Collison was helping out.
Get him in foul trouble. He's a freight train. We all say that. Nobody can attack the basket better than LeBron James.
First half, Parker had trouble getting to the basket against Oklahoma.
But he's a little 6'1" guy.
As good as anybody at getting in the paint.
But Chris, in the first half, LeBron James settled for 7 jump shots and made one by luck. He accidentally banked one in. That should have been 0 for 7. They were just clearing for him. They were ISO LeBron. How many times do we see Dwayne Wade would just flip it over to the side of LeBron and say,
too early. The first 2 or 3 possessions, he took 2. That means he only took 5 jumpers for the rest of the first half.
But Chris, I'm not nitpicking the way Skip does. I think you have to take
I'm not nitpicking.
Yes,
You're just ignoring the obvious.
My point to you is that if you've got 18 fouls at the center position alone, in Perkins, in Collison, even though Nazir Muhammad didn't really play, you have that. You got Serge Ibaka in the lineup. You got that wall on your front line that you're going to have to contend with. You got Cephalosha bodying you up, being physical or what have you. You act like LeBron James can snap his finger and get to the line. There's a collective team defense that they're gearing against them because they're recognizing the others who are not stepping up. They know they're younger, more athletic than the Miami Heat squad as well. So they're able to come at you in bunches.
Do you want to see LeBron shoot jump shots? Because I don't.
When he had 45 against Boston in Game 6, he was hitting the jump. Now, he's
how often
a
do
great
we see
jump
that?
shooter.
I know.
But he's a solid jump shooter.
He's below
And
average.
He's not below average.
Yes, he is.
He's not below average.
No, he's not below average.
The
He's not below average.
Time out. Game 6 was the worst thing that could have happened to the Miami Heat. He made 13 of 19 jump shots, and he falls back in love with it. It's his Achilles heel. Time out.
Look, Skip.
Wait.
You watch. They were 10 feet off of Shane Battier and Mario Chalmers. They clearly packed in the paint and essentially went zone.
Absolutely.
I'm going to
beat us from the outside.
Which is what Dallas did last year.
Exactly.
Which is what Dallas did last year.
Chris Broussard, I'm going to ask you to respond to a statistic. I didn't make this up. I didn't fabricate it. I didn't exaggerate it. Over the last 2 games, Game 7, Game 1, LeBron James on jump shots, anything outside the paint, 3 for 24. Do you love that? Can you defend him?
He's not a great jump shooter.
Okay,
Nobody's defending it. He's a good, solid jump shooter. That's what he is. He gets
You know what? I close my eyes every time
he's a better jump shooter than Dwayne Wade. Why aren't you jumping on Dwayne Wade?
I don't think he's a better jump shooter than Dwayne Wade.
At the very least, they're equal. Dwayne Wade's not much of a jump shooter either. At the very least,
I would trust Dwayne Wade.
All Dwayne did was settle for jump shots. Largely because he can't beat these guys off
Not in the
dribble
fourth
like
quarter,
he
Dwayne Wade didn't. He made 2 or 3 good moves.
He settled for
How many times? Most of the time with
Would you
jump shots.
stop it? I'm having enough trouble with him. What is this? I knew it was going to be 2-on-1. Go ahead, Jay, chime in. Go ahead. I'll make it 3-on-1. It's okay. Can I get some help?
I've been making this argument the last 2 days. I've been dealing with it the last 2 days. I've been making it the last 2 days. It's the same argument when we're telling you our facts.
I just gave you facts. You just ignored them.
Skip, what you're doing
We admit it. LeBron's not a great jump shooter.
Below average.
He is not below average.
You're going to take a 2 game stint and use that?
Yeah, because it's his career.
Let's do this. Let's make it a bigger body of work. Fold in what he did in Game 6. And now add up your numbers.
Game
24. What was he in Game 6?
Aberration.
Oh, so you
can just do it for the whole playoff.
7 and 1 were aberrations.
No, they were not. No, it's not an
He
aberration.
shot 50%
Stop it.
this season.
Stephen A. Crawford.
What was he in Game 6?
He was 13 for 19.
13 for 19. So collectively, over the last 3 games, he is 16.
You know what?
For 43.
Yeah, but you know what, James? You just included the all-time Twilight Zone game for LeBron James. He was crazy hot at Boston.
And you included the 2 all-time crazy Twilight 3 for 24.
No, I did not. That's his typical
You do that with Dwayne Wade. Every time somebody criticizes Dwayne, you bring up the 3 games against Indiana.
But we can't do that with LeBron.
Exactly.
We can't do that with anybody that you don't like.
Not to mention,
But you can do it.
No,
because Dwayne, a walking
I got you on this one. You know why?
Double
You
standard.
completely discounted Dwayne Wade's playoff run.
I have not.
Yes, you said.
I have not.
He's over the
Has
head.
it been good?
not.
Has his
I
playoff
never
run been
said that.
good?
Yeah.
It's been ordinary.
Ordinary.
By Dwayne Wade standards?
Well,
When was
you're
it-
what I'm
when was
saying.
it great?
Which is what I'm
You're being
saying.
nice. Some would say
Hold on.
below his standards.
Hold on.
Way below
Hold
his
on.
standards.
Game 2, overtime, 8 points. Game 5, fourth quarter, 14
We can all
points.
pick out games.
No, I'm talking about closing. Closing the game.
It's more than closing.
Thank
Skip.
you. Where have you heard that before? Where have you heard that before? Oh my God! Oh my God! Wait a minute! Wait! In a pivoting, Skip Bayless, an NBA game is actually 48 minutes. Did you know that?
You know what?
Did you know that? It's 4 quarters of 48 minutes.
More of this
Did you know
on the
that?
countdown show. You know?
No.
Yeah, hey, he's
I
got
like
the
this
fire.
guy.
He's getting
I like
where he learned
this
it
guy.
from. You know where he learned it from?
your fire tonight.
Okay.
And
I got you.
Are you?
Bayless.
All right, very good.
They don't exasperate me like that.
I understand, but I like you like this.
I like this. I feel like I need a shave and a haircut at the barber shop. That's what. This is what. It's very good stuff.
You do need a haircut.
Yeah, I've needed one for a while.
Right.
You tried to
Hey,
come.
Right.
Yeah, that was a nice try. 3-on-1.
good to have you home, my friend.
Good to be home.
We'll be watching you tonight.